Stop everything you are doing. Aries, you did not click this video by chance. The exact phase you are entering right now has pulled you here. I can feel the heavy anticipation you have been carrying in silence, this quiet knowing that something huge is on the edge of happening, but hasn't fully crossed the line yet. The universe is about to deliver something magnificent to you, but first, there is a blindfold that needs to be removed. You are the Aries who knows they are destined for greatness, yet constantly hits an invisible ceiling right before the finish line, shrinking your own fire so you don't bother others. This is the weight of an invisible dam built brick by brick with unspoken envy, holding back the exact waters you have been thirsting for. You will discover exactly why your biggest victories always seem to hit an invisible wall right before they manifested. You will understand the silent, unseen energy that has been watching your every move. You will learn the exact sign that proves this spiritual blockade is finally collapsing. You will learn how to armor your aura so this magnificent arrival is never drained again. And before this message closes, I will tell you one specific phrase about your life that you will carry for the next few months. A part of you will want to doubt this, and that is exactly the doubt the siege uses to remain. Have you ever felt that there is a strange heaviness pulling at your shoulders just when you are about to step into your biggest breakthrough? As if an invisible hand is constantly pulling you one step backward, as if something inside you knows that the people clapping for you aren't actually rooting for you, but your mind refuses to accept it. What if this endless cycle of almost making it is not your fault, but a sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy that has been suffocating your Aries fire? While many just blame the economy or bad luck, few realize that every delayed victory can carry an unspoken jealousy, an invisible chain, and a spiritual siege that hasn't been cut yet. But what if the great turning point is in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why does everything stall in my life right when it is about to work out? What if each opportunity that died on the eve of success, each backhanded compliment, you tried to ignore each brilliant idea of yours that only worked when someone else took it, each heavy exhaustion after certain encounters, and this constant feeling of being watched too closely were signs of a spiritual envy that you have ignored for far too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret. Behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries, this is a revelation created for Aries who desire to understand exactly where this blocking energy is coming from, to cut the invisible cords of jealousy and silent sabotage, to armor your aura so you can finally receive what is yours without fear of being seen. Many Aries already feel that they need to protect themselves from this energy that surrounds them, but they haven't yet made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But beware, access may be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform your path. Do not wait for one more magnificent opportunity to slip through your fingers before you build your armor. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the envy that tried to block your magnificent arrival might be the exact proof that the universe has prepared a blessing far too massive to go unnoticed. If this first word has already touched something deep inside you, write "My light is mine" down below in the comments. Not for me, but because another Aries who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path of protection has a map, and it is already within your reach, safely guarded in the first pinned comment. I will return to it shortly because we need to clear the field first. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I don't receive a single penny for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet, they keep coming out every single day, for you and for every Aries who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to give back a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount that your heart points to, that is what keeps this channel standing. That is what makes the next message reach another Aries tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I will wait for you there, Aries. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this siege is already acting upon your life. and you will recognize at least one of them. Let us slow down for a second, Aries. I want you to step away from the noise of the day and truly listen to what I am about to reveal. The heaviest chains are the ones we cannot see, and you have been dragging them for far too long, believing it was just the natural weight of your massive ambition. But the exhaustion you feel deep in your bones is not natural. Notice how your body reacts to what I am about to say right now. There is a profound difference between a natural delay and an active spiritual blockage. When you are simply waiting for your cosmic timing, there is a quiet peace. But when you are caught inside an energetic siege, there is a constant suffocating tension. There is an agonizing frustration that makes your Aries fire want to burn everything down and start over. There are 4 very specific signs that this invisible siege is already acting upon your life at this exact moment, and you will recognize the truth in at least one of them. The first sign is the blocked threshold. Picture this. It is late at night, the house is quiet, and you are waiting for that specific message or opportunity. It was 99% guaranteed. The conversation had gone perfectly, and you could already feel the relief. And then suddenly everything went completely, inexplicably silent. The momentum just died out of nowhere. You called it bad luck at the finish line. The universe called it an active spiritual siege, pulling the emergency brake on your progress. The second sign is the heavy room. Think back to that afternoon when you finally allowed yourself to share a small piece of good news. You were sitting across from people you thought were safe. Almost immediately after the words left your mouth, a sudden, unexplainable exhaustion hit your shoulders. For some of you, this shows up as a promotion or financial breakthrough that freezes out of nowhere the moment you share it. For others, it is a relationship or personal connection that suddenly turns cold the moment you feel truly happy. You called it unexplained exhaustion. The universe called it an energetic drain from silent watchers. The third sign is the misplaced credit. You know the exact feeling of bleeding to create a brilliant result, pouring every ounce of your Aries fire into a project, only to watch someone else effortlessly receive the exact praise you earned. You stood there in the shadows, forcing a polite smile, wondering what you did wrong to remain invisible when the reward finally came around. You called it a lack of timing or poor visibility. The universe called it the heavy stare of unseen envy, acting as a frequency blocker against your natural momentum. The fourth sign is the phantom anxiety. It is waking up at 3 in the morning with a racing heart, staring at the dark ceiling, feeling like you are rapidly running out of time. There is no logical reason for the panic in that silent room, yet your chest feels tight, as if an invisible wall insists on standing tall right when you thought the path was finally clear. You called it your own paranoia. The universe called it your intuition sensing the invisible wall. These signs have a common origin, Aries, and it has a specific name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now. Before the name, before the word, because anyone who carries the weight of this invisible siege needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay with me. And this is exactly where the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit you by chance, Aries. They are the undeniable proof that you have been fighting a relentless battle in the dark against an energy that refuses to show its face. You know that dense weight that isn't just physical fatigue. It is a cold frequency that closes in around you every time your light is about to expand. You feel it in the room with you, as if your intuition is screaming that the applause around you is hollow, but your mind forces you to ignore it because you want to believe the best in the people you love. What if this endless cycle of almost making it is simply the universe exposing the spiritual envy that has been suffocating your Aries fire before it can fully ignite? What if the unexplainable exhaustion that drains your bones is not a sign of weakness, but the literal weight of unseen eyes trying to push you back into the shadows? I have seen Aries who are exactly where you are right now. I have seen the brightest and most generous of your sign carrying this exact same heavy anticipation for years. You are always the hardest worker in the room, always the one breaking through the barriers, always the one carrying the heavy weight for everyone else. But then you watch the final reward slip through your fingers at the very last second. I have watched Aries try to push through this invisible wall with pure effort and exhaustion, bleeding for people who never truly wanted to see them win. But then they stopped trying to force the door open. They finally recognized the invisible eyes watching them, and they learned exactly how to cut those heavy, energetic ties. The doors that slammed shut at the last second. The friendships that suddenly turned cold when you started growing. The heavy sensation of carrying stairs that no one admits to. It was navigating through this exact same silence that I found this digital book called The Great Secret. Behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries. This is the deep revelation designed for you to understand exactly where this heavy blocking energy is coming from, to cut the invisible cords of jealousy and silent sabotage that have kept you caged, to armor your aura completely so you can finally receive what is yours without the constant fear of being seen by those who wish you to remain small. You need to understand this profound truth right now. A blessing delayed by envy is not a blessing denied. It is simply gathering enough force to break the walls of whoever tried to cage it. But this exact cosmic window of arrival is moving fast, and this specific energetic alignment does not wait for anyone to be ready. You cannot ignore this heavy reality anymore. Every small victory you try to celebrate without this path of protection is an open invitation for the exact same unseen jealousy to drain your natural momentum all over again. Every major opportunity you attempt to cross without sealing your energetic field is another magnificent breakthrough left completely exposed to the silent sabotage of the people watching your every move. You have already paid the ultimate price of being unprotected. You have already watched enough of your own magnificent fire be used to warm those who secretly wanted you to burn out. The digital book is safely guarded in the first pinned comment. Download it right now, while this word is still alive and vibrating fiercely inside your chest. Do not wait for another unexplainable delay to secure the complete armoring against this siege that only this specific path maps out entirely. Breathe for a moment, Aries. Close your eyes and feel the sudden rush of warm golden light starting to crack the invisible dam that was built brick by brick with unspoken envy. The barrier is already shaking violently under the sheer pressure of your true destiny, and the heavy, cold pressure on the back of your neck is finally dissolving into ash. You are preparing to flood your path with the magnificent blessings that were held hostage for far too long. And as I had told you earlier, Aries, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that open voluntary donation link right below the book. I still don't receive a single penny for each message that comes out of here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Aries tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount that your heart points to. Each gesture like this keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. What acts against you has a shape, and it has a deadline. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. You have spent years believing that the endless delays right before the finish line were just bad luck, a difficult economy, or your own impatience. You have convinced yourself that it is simply the natural rhythm of things, a punishing test of your endurance that you just have to muscle through. But it is not a lack of timing. It is not a cosmic punishment. It is the karmic dam. This is a tangible, energetic blockage built brick by the heavy stares, the silent whispers, and the unspoken envy of those who watch your every move. It is an active spiritual siege designed to hold back the magnificent arrival that the universe has already set in motion for you. But right now, you are entering the arrival window. This specific cosmic window is the exact moment the karmic dam begins to crack under the sheer pressure of your true destiny. For years, this karmic dam has acted as an invisible barrier, suffocating your Aries fire before it could fully ignite the reality around you. Every time you were about to cross the threshold of a massive victory, the silent jealousy of the room thickened the air, pulling the emergency brake on your progress. It was never your lack of effort. It was the sheer weight of the karmic dam pressing down on your momentum, acting as a frequency blocker against everything you were trying to build. But the arrival window does not ask for permission, and it does not negotiate with the shadows. It is a forceful, magnificent release where the energetic blockage is shattering, flooding your path with the blessings that were held hostage. The karmic dam is finally collapsing under the weight of what is meant for you. The universe is breaking that barrier right now, tearing down the invisible walls to release the magnificent event that was always yours, returning the momentum that was silently stolen from you while you slept. This is the exact moment the floodgates are being forced open. Think of the pioneer's torch. You are the one who walks into the dark first, lighting the way for everyone else. You take the massive risks that no one else would dare to take, breaking the hard, unforgiving ground so that others can walk easily behind you. You carried the light, Aries, and instead of gratitude, you attracted the shadows of those who preferred you small, struggling, and completely accessible. They warmed their hands on your fire, they used your courage to build their own lives, and once they felt safe, they tried to blow out your flame so your brilliance wouldn't expose their lack of effort. You bled for the ungrateful, dimming your own spark just to keep the room comfortable. You became the lone ram fighting every battle without an audience, carrying the heavy weight of people who never truly wanted to see you win. You shrank your massive ambition because you realized, deep down, that your success made others deeply insecure. That is exactly where you are right now, Aries. But the flame never belonged to them, and they can no longer control how bright it gets. I saw you swallow that good news at the table because something in your gut warned you that the room wasn't safe. I watched you shrink your massive ambition, apologizing for the space you take up, just so the people around you wouldn't feel small. I witnessed every time you pushed through the exhaustion alone, wondering why the reward always slipped away. But I have not forgotten the magnificent arrival I decreed over your life, and I am shattering the walls they built around you today. There is a man who carried this exact same heavy anticipation for years. He was always the hardest worker, always the one breaking barriers, always the one everyone else relied upon. But he kept watching the final reward slip through his fingers at the very last second. He thought he just needed to work harder, to push through the exhaustion, to force the door open with pure Aries willpower. And then he stopped trying to force the door. He finally recognized the invisible eyes watching him, recognizing the spiritual siege for what it truly was. What changed in him was the absolute cutting of those energetic ties, pulling his energy back from the silent watchers and opening the floodgates for everything that was stuck to finally rush in. He stopped justifying his delays to people who never helped him, and the heavy energetic drain stopped immediately. You are still processing this right now, feeling that sudden, sharp relief expanding in your chest and a cold shiver of recognition running down the back of your neck. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name. Now that the invisible dam is finally breaking, we must look deeply at who you became while standing in front of it. Because the way you survived this spiritual siege forged an identity that very few people on this earth will ever truly understand. You did not just walk through this delay. You carried an entire universe on your shoulders while pretending the weight was light. You are the overgiver who bled for the ungrateful. You are the one who poured every ounce of your raw energy into lifting everyone else up, ensuring they had the solid foundation they desperately needed to thrive. Aries builds, Aries sacrifices. Aries ensures the tribe survives no matter the cost. But your deepest vulnerability is that you convinced yourself that if you just gave enough, if you just loved hard enough, they would eventually return your fierce loyalty. Instead, you were forced to watch as they drained you completely dry, secretly resenting the very strength they relied upon. You are the hidden spark who dimmed their own fire to keep others comfortable. You learned early on that your natural brilliance, your sheer speed and instinct, was far too intimidating for the insecure people sitting at your table. Aries shines. Aries dominates. Aries naturally takes the lead. Yet, you made the painful choice to swallow your proudest moments and hide your most magnificent victories. You carried the quiet, suffocating ache of shrinking your own massive soul just so you wouldn't trigger the silent envy in the room. And you are the lone ram who fought every battle without an audience. When everything completely fell apart, you were the one who had to stand at the front line entirely alone, taking the heavy, brutal hits so no one else had to feel the impact. Aries charges, Aries endures. Aries never begs for help. But behind closed doors, in the absolute silence of the night, you carry the deep, exhausted sorrow of knowing that while everyone else relies on your unbreakable spirit, There was never a safe space for you to simply lay down your armor and rest. You are all of these, Aries. You have lived through every single one of these versions of yourself just to survive the crushing weight of the unseen eyes. Notice your chest right now. Feel that sudden rising heat expanding inside your lungs. That warmth has a name. It is the absolute recognition of your true nature, the undeniable proof that you are finally being seen for who you really are, completely stripped of the heavy projections of those who tried to keep you caged. But this identity that has just been declared over you needs to be sustained, because the Aries who knows their own massive worth without knowing the siege that surrounds them will return to carrying stairs that do not belong to them. You must seal this realization today. It was to anchor this exact truth that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against the Sign of Aries. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. You need this specific map, because sustaining the magnificent identity that has just been declared over you requires more than just willpower. It requires an unshakable energetic shield. Do not wait for the heavy stairs to return before you secure what was just spoken over your life. Secure your copy now, and ensure that your Aries fire remains completely untouchable to those who walk in the shadows. I promised I would return to this, but first you need to know exactly how this cycle will try to return, because it will try. I told you that you need to know exactly how this cycle will try to return, because it will definitely try. The moment you begin to seal your energetic field, the unseen watchers will test the strength of your new armor. They will not come as obvious enemies. They will come in the quiet moments, using 3 very specific tactics to trick you into lowering your shield. The first tactic is the sudden urge to share your victory prematurely. You will feel this burning, anxious need to text someone the good news before the ink is even dry on the contract, before the blessing is fully anchored in your reality. The siege uses your own excitement against you, pushing you to broadcast your win so the heavy stairs can freeze it before it lands. Your weapon against this is the sealed lips. When that anxious urge hits, I want you to press your thumb against your index finger, anchoring the energy in your own body. And you will declare in absolute silence, "My victories mature in the dark, and they only meet the light when they are untouchable." The second tactic is a backhanded compliment from an old friend. For some of you, this will show up as a sweet-sounding comment that secretly questions your worth, designed perfectly to plant a seed of doubt in your mind. It is a calculated attempt to make you shrink your massive ambition. Your weapon against this is the immediate energetic return to sender. When you hear those hollow words, I want you to physically roll your shoulders back, expanding your chest, refusing to make yourself small, and you will state quietly in your mind, "I do not accept what is not mine." Your weight returns to you. The third tactic is a phantom wave of imposter syndrome, making you doubt your worth. You will be sitting alone, and suddenly a cold, heavy voice in your head will tell you that you are not ready, that you do not deserve this magnificent arrival, that you are just fooling everyone. That is not your voice, Aries. That is the spiritual siege trying to convince you to close the door yourself. Your weapon against this is the mirror visualization. When that heavy doubt creeps in, place your right hand flat against your chest, right over your heart, and you will speak this truth with absolute authority. I am the architect of this fire, and no shadow can convince me I do not belong here. These 3 weapons protect you from what I was able to show you today. But the cycle has more layers than can fit in one video. The unseen jealousy is incredibly persistent, and it will adapt. When the fake smile returns, when the project freezes again on the eve of victory, when the nameless exhaustion drains you, after certain encounters you will need more than just a momentary defense. It was exactly to prepare you for those subtle attacks that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against the Sign of Aries. It is waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is the complete map of the protection you need, so this siege never catches you off guard again. I am not rushing you. I am warning you. Do not wait for the next invisible wall to appear before you open this map. This specific cosmic window of arrival is open right now, but the energetic alignment that allows this massive transition does not wait forever. You must anchor your defense while the breakthrough is happening, not after the heavy stairs have already drained your momentum. Download your copy right now in the first pinned comment and seal your field. Now I need you to stop learning for a moment and begin to feel. Let the words I just gave you settle. You have been fighting this invisible battle for so long that your body forgot how it feels to simply exist without bracing for a sudden impact. The constant vigilance has exhausted your incredible spirit, and you have carried it all in absolute silence. Drop your shoulders right now, unclench your jaw, take one slow, deep breath. I want you to step away from the noise of the day and allow yourself to receive this next movement completely. Close your eyes, Aries. Focus on the heavy, cold pressure on the back of your neck. You know exactly what sensation I'm talking about. That is the accumulated weight of the unseen stairs. It is the unspoken jealousy that has been suffocating your fire and acting as a frequency blocker against your natural momentum. Now, visualize a sudden rush of warm golden light descending from above, completely surrounding your body in an instant. Feel this intense, brilliant light shattering the invisible dam that was built brick by brick with that envy. The barrier is cracking violently under the sheer pressure of your true destiny. That cold, dense weight on your neck is rapidly dissolving into ash. The golden light completely seals your shoulders and your chest, making you completely invisible to the eyes of envy. The spiritual siege is collapsing right now, and you are finally safe inside this warmth. It is time to let it all go. Release each opportunity that died on the eve of success, knowing the delay is finally over. Release each backhanded compliment you tried to ignore, letting their hollow words fall uselessly to the ground. Release each brilliant idea of yours that only worked when someone else took it, reclaiming your absolute creative power. Release the nameless exhaustion that drained you after certain encounters and this constant heavy feeling of being watched too closely. Instead, awaken who you truly are. I activate the overgiver who bled for the ungrateful, turning that fierce, beautiful loyalty inward to build your own unbreakable foundation. I activate the hidden spark, who dimmed their own fire to keep others comfortable, calling your natural brilliance back to the surface where it undeniably belongs. And I activate the lone ram, who fought every battle without an audience, declaring that you no longer need to carry the heavy weight of the world entirely alone. You are feeling the profound shift in your chest right now, a sudden, undeniable lightness that you have not felt in years. Before we seal this, write down below the name of someone you are carrying through this crossing. Or if this is for you, write in one sentence what you are expecting the universe to return to you. I will read it. And you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy yet. We are not finished. Stay with me. Your home is now completely sealed against any heavy stairs that try to enter your sanctuary. Your massive, daily effort is fully protected from the silent watchers who only wish to drain your energy. And the magnificent arrival that is rushing toward you right now is permanently shielded by the golden light that surrounds you. I have watched you carry the heavy blame for the endless delays right before the finish line, convinced it was just bad luck or your own impatience. I saw you question your own timing and your own immense worth, never realizing that the invisible ceiling you kept hitting was an active spiritual siege that I am tearing down for you today. I saw you swallow that good news at the table because something in your gut warned you that the room wasn't safe. I watched you shrink your massive ambition, apologizing for the space you take up just so the people around you wouldn't feel small. I witnessed every time you pushed through the exhaustion alone, wondering why the reward always slipped away. But I have not forgotten the magnificent arrival I decreed over your life, and I am shattering the walls they built around you today. I was there when each opportunity died on the eve of success, and I saw how you forced a polite smile when you tried to ignore the backhanded compliments. I saw your brilliant ideas only work when someone else took them, and I felt the heavy exhaustion that drained you after certain encounters. I watched as you navigated that constant feeling of being watched too closely, fighting an invisible battle that no one else would ever understand. They built a dam to hold back your waters, but they forgot that your Aries fire was never meant to be contained by those who live in the shadows. The magnificent event that was held back by unspoken envy is no longer delayed. The arrival window is open, and the barrier is completely shattered. I am returning everything that was silently stolen from you, and the floodgates are finally open for what is truly yours. The sudden urge to share your victory prematurely ends right here. The backhanded compliment from an old friend ends right here. The phantom wave of imposter syndrome making you doubt your worth ends right here. Aries has never been too impulsive. Aries is not envied for arriving first. Aries is envied for having the courage others spend their lives pretending to have. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you, I saw you swallow that good news at the table because something in your gut warned you that the room wasn't safe. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing. What was cut here is real, and the barrier has finally been shattered. But tomorrow morning, the world will try to convince you that absolutely nothing has changed. That heavy stare that will try to sit on your shoulders again tomorrow morning will relentlessly look for any small crack in your new armor. They will attempt to pull you back into the exact same silence you just escaped. This is exactly why you need the great secret behind the spiritual envy against the sign of Aries, waiting for you right now in the first pinned comment. This is all about anchoring the shield that was built during this crossing, so that your magnificent blessing is never lost tomorrow. You need to keep this map close to ensure that your energetic field remains completely untouchable when the silent jealousy tries to approach you once again. The people around you will unconsciously test this new boundary, and you must be ready to defend your fire. Do not wait for tomorrow to test the protection that was erected today. There are thousands of Aries listening to this right now in the exact same silence as you. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for numbers but because the next message of this series will look exactly for those who have already crossed this first one. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you the exact sign that appears 3 days before a spiritual siege completely collapses, and why almost every Aries ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Aries, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far, you have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign, and if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment right below the digital book, not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy stare tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy, and it is already within your reach. The invisible dam built by unspoken envy is permanently broken, and your magnificent blessing is finally flooding your path. Now, you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen, what was cut was cut. Walk light, Aries.